Oh. Hello. Just
Hi, Tessa.
Sherlock and I were having a moment. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. It is Friday night, what is it, 24th? September 24th. Yes. So we are, the month is almost over. Next Friday will be October 1st, actually. So we've got quite a bit, we've got a lot going on over here. As you guys may know, Rachel and, yeah, I'm filling time. That's what I'm doing. As you guys may know, Rachel and her family, Sophia and Jay, and the boys are moving to Indiana next week. Actually, they're leaving. Eric, our grandson, Rachel's oldest, is staying here, and he'll be living here on the property with us because he is pretty much our full-time worker. So he has decided to stay here. He's 20 years old, so he's decided to stay here and keep working for us. So we're excited to have him here on the property full-time. So that's a good thing. But in the process of Rachel and Jay and the kids moving to Indiana, not next week, but like a week from this coming Monday, Vicky and I, or Tuesday, a week from this coming Tuesday, Vicky and I and Sherlock will be heading to Indiana to take extra stuff that they can't fit in their van and their car. So we'll be taking a quick trip to Indiana, a very fast trip, kind of a get there. Terre Haute. Terre Haute, that's where Rachel's moving to. And so we'll be driving out there and then turning around and driving back. It's going to be a fast trip because the week after that, we're leaving for Denver. So, for our road show. So we've got a lot of things going on. Then the week after that we get back from there, or well, 2 weeks after we get back from Denver, we've got 2 demos in the Phoenix area at Woodworker's Source down there. I think that's like Halloween weekend down there. We'll be talking more about that as the weeks go along, because we got some special stuff planned for that. But yeah, this month and next month is going to be really, the rest of this month and all of next month. The next 6 weeks are going to be kind of crazy for us. So, and along with that, we've got a big announcement at the end. So watch until the end tonight, because we got a big announcement, and we'll be.
You're welcome, Henry.
Hey, Henry. So let's see. So tonight, the giveaway, we got more cups in, more of the remembrance of Dad. Of Dave, his cups. This is the logo, if you remember, this is the logo that Shane Hammer had made for us, and we had some cups made, and they sold out really quickly. So we got a new order of cups in. We got 20 of them in, I believe. We got 20 of them on the website now, and we may never get them again. So if you guys want these, you want to get your order in right away. But we're giving away one tonight, whoever wins the trivia. And they're, unlike the other ones, they're purple inside, which I kind of like that. Anyway, so these are now $15. They were $10 before, and we pretty much lost money on those. So we're making a couple bucks at $15. So anyway, we'll be giving that away here in a little bit. Sherlock, as you can see, or maybe you can't, he's all wired.
He's very tense.
Yeah, he's tense.
He's had a rough day.
He's had a rough day. He can't even put his head down. Yeah, he's had a rough day. So that is that. I've got a couple questions sent in by Steve that I want to talk about here in a minute. So that is the giveaway. I want to talk a little bit about this week's videos. The first video was on the diamond wheel, and I may have some more information coming on that. So don't go and buy, not that you are probably a bunch of you racing to go buy that $600 diamond wheel. We may have an alternative, so stay with me on that. Because some of you got back to me and sent me some interesting alternatives. So don't go buy one of those diamond wheels yet. Not that at $600 a bunch of you were doing that, but There may be an alternative, and I'm working on that. So that will be, I'll follow up. I'll do a video follow up as soon as I've got that figured out. And then the first video on Ryan's sign, his PDS sign. Ryan has now seen it, so those videos will post Monday and Wednesday. Number 2, number 3 will post Monday and Wednesday of next week. I'm super happy with the way it came out. I think you guys will like it. Ryan is really happy with it. We were supposed to be on a fishing trip right now, but that didn't work out. Ryan and his bride and his daughter all came down with COVID, so that kind of put a kibosh on our fishing trip. But that's okay. Health is number one, obviously, and they're getting better.
Amy came home from the hospital today.
Amy actually got admitted to the hospital because she has some respiratory issues anyway, but she's home from the hospital now on oxygen, but she's home from the hospital. Ryan is recovering. He didn't have to get admitted, and Gwenny is she's bulletproof. So Gwenny is doing just fine. But Ryan's got a cough he's dealing with, but he's getting better. So anyway, all of you guys that have been praying for them, thank you so much. We so appreciate it. And thank God everything is working out over there. So that is that. I want to get into some other stuff that we want to talk about, but let's go ahead with the questions. So I got a couple questions, pretty fast, pretty quick and simple, and it actually has to do with what I showed on the Friday morning show this morning, which was that big sign, that big Southland Mobile Home sign, Mobile Home Park. I know this is really kind of a crappy picture, but it's a screenshot. But it was a big 2-foot by 6-foot sign that I did a month or so ago, and somebody was asking what I charged for it, so I went over that this morning video. But this has to do with that one of those videos, number 592. He said, I just watched the glue up of the 6-foot board in video number 592. That was the Southland Mobile Home Park. There's a lot of work in that process. How do you price for all that planing, gluing, filling, and sanding work? Well, on this particular one, there'll be a lot of times where I add an extra, like an extra charge onto that. It might be an extra $100 for making the board. It might be a little bit more than that. But on this particular one, I didn't. Number one, it was for a friend of mine, so I gave him a special price. Number two, because it was all inset letters, had this been all outset letters, it would have taken me probably twice as long to carve it, maybe more than that. And so being as that was inset and the carving really didn't take that long, I kind of weighed that, and like it would have been on the lower end. I still charged $100 a square foot. So I charged on the, $100 a square foot, and I didn't charge any extra for making the board because I knew I was going to save time, quite a bit of time, in not having to carve all that stuff outset because the customer really wanted inset. So that, but there have been many, many times where I've been gluing and putting together a big board like that, and I'll add on extra $100 or $150 just for making the board. So that is absolutely, that's absolutely a thing I have done many, many times. In this particular instance, I didn't, because it was all inset letters.
Frank said, Eric teaches the secret to making inset letters faster. They're the slowest for me to carve.
Use a 60-degree bit, Frank. Honestly, if you're using the profile bit, it's almost like doing outset letters. Other than the cleanup, but if you use a 60-degree bit, man, it flies right through there. I can't even remember on this one. I can't remember if I used a profile bit or not. It looks like I did, which I could, and the reason is that style of letter, there were some pretty skinny spots. But, if you've got big inset letters, you can even use the 90-degree bit, and that thing will just fly through the material. That saves you a lot of time. So you're taking out less cleanup, and it flies through the board better. And you can be more, you can speed up your your travel, your travel speed, meaning how fast you're pulling that thing. If you're using a 60 or 90, it's much easier to carve and much faster. So I hope that helps, Frank. That's what I've found anyway. So I answered that question. Second question is, you talk about layout spray ink. Is that spray paint? So Steve is a new guy, hasn't watched a lot, and you know, many of you might be brand new, and this may be a question that you guys have. So when we talk about layout, it's when we're using layout letters, or we might be using, might be using a Cricut machine or a Cricut machine, and putting vinyl down, spraying it, and then pulling that off. Might be doing that if you're using layout, a spray layout. You got several different choices. The first one, when he talks about spray ink, is the Marsh spray ink.
Cole said, Sherlock is either dead or Miss Vicky roofied the cat.
Miss Vicky roofied the cat. Well, you should have seen him 10 minutes ago. He was bouncing off the wall, so he's resting up. Anyway, the Marsh ink has been what we've used for decades, so that's what I'm referring to when I say
Froze. It's been fine.
Okay.
So.
Do we need to start again?
No.
Okay. Okay, so hopefully this will come out on YouTube. So the Marsh ink is my #1 choice, but right behind that.
You guys, are we still frozen? Is it? Can you see him, or is it still frozen? Oh, we're back.
Okay.
Off and on. Well, it's got to be the internet, and I don't know why, because it's perfect outside. So.
Beautiful outside. Yeah. Yeah. The second choice would be the Rustoleum Primer. This is the flat black primer. I don't use the primer / paint. I find that bleeds, but the black primer works really well. So these two are almost identical, but I know many of you like the ink better. This is, as far as I can tell, is the same product as this. It is a Rustoleum product. It's primer, but this is, it's kind of labeled for automotive use. So you would find this in automotive stores, even in Walmart where they don't have this. Over in the automotive section, they probably have this. At least that's the way it is here at my local Walmart. So this, I think these two are identical product, just different labels. So that's an alternative there. Another alternative is, and there was another one actually I could have brought in. This is the Fusion, right? Yeah, Fusion paint / primer, made by Krylon. This is matte black. So this can be used as for layout. If you buy any of this, make sure it is matte finish. Not satin, not semi-gloss, not gloss, matte finish. And that will give you pretty much the same results as these. And these are all, by the way, not just for layout, but they're for spraying black in the background as well. Outset letters or inset letters or whatever. So these are all kind of double as that. Now, as far as a primer goes, you can also, and I have done this, this is the same product as this, or pretty much the same, but this is white. This is white, so you can use white for layout. I don't think it shows up near as good as the black, but in a pinch, if you've got the white primer, you might keep a can just for emergencies in case you run out of the black. The white primer does work, and it sands well, and there's no issues with it.
You always say keep your Marsh ink upside down. What about the rest of it?
You know, honestly, I just don't know. My assumption is yes. If you have the caps, store them upside down, because then well, I don't know exactly why. My guess, my hunch, is all of the pigment falls here, and it doesn't clog up the tube. I don't know why that is, but they do say to store your ink upside down. I don't know if that same rule applies for paint. I've never really had much problem with that, but again, look at well, of course it's gone because I robbed it. But this has a conventional nozzle on it, not one of these. So one of these nozzles, you might not need to do that. These things, you don't turn upside down and clear. You don't need to, they say.
I've
So.
got another question regarding
Yeah.
inset. Mickey says, what about using the spiral upcut versus the 60 or the 90?
For inset, yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Absolutely, you can do that, Mickey, if you've got enough room to do that, even the 1/8 inch. The thing that you want to be careful with, though, is when you cut with a spiral upcut. Let's say you're cutting big inset letters, and you're cutting with a spiral upcut, and whether it's the 1/4 inch or whether it's the 1/8 inch. Remember, when you're cutting with that spiral upcut, you've got a 90-degree angle at the edge of that letter. So let's say,
We froze again.
oh gosh, darn it. You want to just
No.
shut
Just
it
keep
down and
going.
go again?
No.
So what I have found in the past, and I found this actually through people that had asked me, they were having trouble sanding and they kept gouging the edge of their letters. So when you're cutting with a spiral upcut bit, remember that thing is straight up and down. It's cutting straight. So you've got a 90-degree angle there. If you're cutting with a profile bit or a 90 or a 60, you've got a much smoother transition when you go over that with the sander, whether it's the random orbital or belt sander or the disc sander. So just be aware of that. Have a very light touch with that sander, and I would use the not the leading edge, but I would use the back edge.
I know it's froze, you guys. I just don't want to stop it and start it halfway through, so hopefully it'll clear up.
Oh man, I was on a roll too.
Absolutely perfect. Just keep going.
Yeah. So that is the issue with cutting with the spiral upcut, as far as cutting the edge of letters, whether they're outset or inset. When you're cutting that groove, you've got a perfect 90-degree angle, and it's very susceptible to your discs or your belts hitting on the edge of that letter. So you've got to have a really light touch, and you might want to, when you're sanding, this might be a video that I want to do. When you're sanding, I would pull and not let that leading edge of that disc be able to get down in that, get caught on the edge of that letter.
Let's do the trivia.
Okay. So that is that. And if I didn't, we're having some internet issues, guys. If I didn't get to your question and you still have questions and this doesn't clear up, be sure and email me.
It's in and out.
Yeah.
It's on right now, but blurry.
Be sure and email me and let me know. Let's see. Yeah, the Denver trip. So the Denver road show trip. We had a little bit of change of plans on the Friday night. The one place that we were going, what was the name of the one place that closed down?
Miner's Tavern.
Yeah, Miner's Tavern.
Shut the doors.
Yeah, they actually closed up. They're out of business. So where we looks like we're going to go right now is called the Dugout Grill and Bar. That will be on Friday night. We still haven't got that completely set up, but it sounds pretty good right now. And if you want information on that, let us know. But it looks like there's going to be a pretty good group of us going to dinner on October 15th at the Dugout. I think we've got a place kind of reserved, but it looks pretty good right now.
I talked to the manager today.
So yeah, it looks like we've got a reservation for a bunch of people. So hope you guys can make it to that. Again, it's kind of Dutch. You're paying for your own meal. We're not paying for your meal. But we're looking at their menu. It looks like pretty good stuff. So that is that. We're going to be, what else as far as the road show goes?
If they want to know about the block of hotel rooms, they can send me an email, and I will send you a link to get the discount.
Yeah. So we've got discounted rates.
I don't know how many rooms there are left. I have no idea.
Yeah. So we haven't got any.
Absolutely, Bull.
Yeah.
2 is good. Margaritas, yes. I'm going to let him buy me a margarita.
Is Bull and Tab coming, it look like?
I'm trying.
Excellent. Oh, that would be great.
And Frank.
Oh, man. Awesome. It'll be a family reunion.
Sherlocky will be there, not at the restaurant, but he's going.
Yeah, he'll be with us. somewhere,
In the hotel.
probably in the hotel, wreaking havoc. Don't tell the hotel people. So that is that. Okay, so let's do the trivia. Let's give this this cup away. So, trivia. You guys will not be able to Google fingers on this one. So, on our video the other day, Ryan's part 1 of Ryan's sign. When I first started out, I was using 1 bit, but very shortly I changed to a different bit. What bit did I use first, and what bit did I change to?
The new, Pam. We don't have the old ones anymore.
Old what?
The 60 degree. They're all the 3 flute.
Yeah, all the 60s are 3 flute.
So ask the question.
So the question is on video number 1 of Ryan's sign.
Rob Duberstein.
Rob got it?
Yep. Can
So-
you write that down?
Yeah. So I started with the carving liner, and then very quickly realized I could do it with the profile bit. Rob. Good job, Rob. So, just understand, guys, going forward, we may be asking trivia like this one of videos that we've done in the past.
Something you can't Google.
Yeah, something that, so, and the fact is, you know, we want to reward you guys for watching our videos. So, thank you, Rob. We appreciate that. And we know most of you guys watch as well.
Did write that on that piece of paper in the cup?
Well, I wrote it here, but I got it. So, so next week, our videos Monday and Wednesday are finishing up Ryan's sign, and man, I'm super excited with the way it came out. I just want to do some more.
Show the other side.
Oh yeah, and in case you guys hadn't noticed, somebody that goes to Denver is gonna go home with this. So this is one we made a while back, and this is a giveaway, a piece of white poplar that we're really happy with the way it came out. It's got a nice finish on it. So we'll be doing a giveaway at the Road Show on October 16th, 9 to 4. We're at Coal Miners Park. Coal Miner Park in Erie, Colorado. Oh yeah, and then this dugout, that's in Erie, Colorado too. I forgot to mention that. Anyway, so that is that. So the big announcement, here's the deal, guys. We haven't had a sale for a while. Next Friday and Saturday, we are having a
Sunday. Friday night, Saturday.
yeah, it's gonna start at 6 o'clock when we do our live. It will trigger and start then, and it will go through Sunday night at 6 o'clock.
It says Sherlock.
So it's a 48-hour flash sale, half off of all base plates, router base plates. So if you guys ever wanted to get an extra router base plate,
I'm moving his leg and he's still not waking up. Sherlocky. Hi. Oh, his eyes went cross-eyed. Yeah.
So next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, yeah, is that right? Sunday at 6 p.m.
Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. again.
Yeah, 48 hours. We're having a half off of all router base plates on the website. If you order on eBay, that's not triggered. If you order on Amazon.
If you are international, though, if you are outside of the U.S. and you want to get in on that sale, you have to let me know so that I can make you a special listing.
Yeah. So the base plates, rather than $25 normal, they'll be $12.50. The bigger base plates are normally $35. They'll be $17.50. So if you guys want to get extra base plates, next week is the time, and it will be, again, by the time you see us go live on Friday night, it will have triggered. So you can order next Friday night.
He is alive. He's just...
He's droopy.
He's droopy.
We drugged him.
You're welcome, Brent.
We drugged him. So that is we'll be doing, this will be the last sale until Black Friday. So if you guys need a base plate, extra base plates, now's the
Remember,
time.
that's next weekend,
Yes.
not this weekend.
Not now.
You'll be able to order them on the website.
1 week from now, the sale will be going on. 1 week, and a half hour less because it's going on 6:30 here. So if you have questions, you know how to get a hold of us.
He doesn't go outside, Bill. He's an inside kitty, but there's no mice inside.
Yeah, he attacks anything that moves in here.
He really does.
He's a bug killer. Yeah, I think that is. Gosh, it seems like something I'm forgetting, but I think that's about it, guys. We again next week Ryan's videos, and if you guys this morning's video I talked about Zoom. If you guys want to do a Zoom with us, hit me up. Let me know.
Tessa's gonna do one.
Yeah, we might do one. In lieu of having a Zoom set up, I'll keep doing these questions on Friday mornings. So, oh, hi, sis.
She's leaving. She's going now. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, sis. Love you. I don't know why I felt the need to yell that, but.
How about some more thumbs up, guys?
Okay. So, Rob, I will ship this out to you tomorrow. I'll pack it well. We'll put your candy inside. So, that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions, obviously, as always, please let us know. Eric at makeawoodsign.com, and please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't.
Question, still need to know if a 600 grit is right for bits.
Oh, for 600 grit for a diamond wheel? Yeah, that's a pretty fine grit. Just get as fine as you can. I think that one that I talked about on the video on Monday, I think that one was a 600 grit. You can talk to the machinist, and I remember Dad telling me many times, just as fine a grit as you can get, it'll leave you a better edge, because we're not doing a lot of hogging material off of that thing. We're just trying to get a really sharp edge and enough clearance to get behind that. So yeah, 600 grit should be okay. If you can get 1200 grit, go with that.
I did have a banner made, Bo, but it doesn't say walk-ups welcome. So
yeah. Anyway, okay. Yeah, we are going to have a banner for the Denver Roadshow. It's on the way, right? It got shipped? Yeah.
It got shipped today.
Yeah. So people will be able to find us.
Good night, Pam.
Good night, you guys. We love you. Thanks so much for watching. And
Sherlock says,
yeah,
meow.
yeah, says sayonara.
Bye, guys.
See you guys. Have a great weekend. We love you. Bye.